Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know the summer months have really slowed things down, not much volatility, as well as volume that we see in the market, especially here trading the indices. It really doesn't matter if it's the NASDAQ, the ES, the Dow. It really doesn't matter. I mean, this is the conditions in which we have time and time again every single year seeing people tend to, well, they do take vacation and the markets just kind of slow down volume wise. So when there's not a lot trading activity going on within the markets, then you just have to be very careful and be more patient than anything when you're looking for your setups, regardless of the strategy that you actually use. I know over on the Discord community, I see, fellow traders, not say struggling, but, commenting and questioning about just the slowness, the activity, not much volatility. That's what we typically see during these months, guys, especially during the NY session and the London session. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just a simple fact that people are enjoying the 3 months or so into the summer to where they can get some reprieve time, some downtime before having to ramp back up, school get back in session, and just work activities in general start gearing back up. So you have to take some downtime, and if you're going to do it, why not do it during the summer months when it's warmer outside and enjoy the weather. But today here in the New York session, we got a little bit of activity going on today. So I'm gonna look to see if I can get to a trade or two. But I took a trade into the overnight session. I'm gonna say that, okay? Around almost 9 o'clock yesterday evening, and it was a trade I took from this area right here at 63 and a quarter back up to 71 and a quarter. Okay, so pretty nice trade. I believe that's what's so that was an 8-point move here on the ES futures. So you can do it, doesn't really matter really what time of the day it is. You just have to really wait and look for good setups. And what I was looking for, I noticed coming out of Friday's trading session that the market, there was areas of liquidity resting above here, and price wanted to come down here and primarily test this low right here, all right, which was, I believe, a low from not Friday but last Thursday. So it tested that area there, rejected it. It came down and filled that little gap right there, the imbalance. Remember what I said, those imbalances or gaps, that's strong stuff. That's powerful stuff when we're talking about, trading. So you have to understand, what those imbalances or gaps stand for, what they mean, why when the market leaves them behind, and knowing what's going to happen. At some point, they have to come back and fill that area in. They will. It doesn't matter. You just don't know when, but they always will, okay? So I waited for the rejection there. I saw the rotation, market consolidating, jumped into the trade, and, this is the type of trade where you put you place a stop, especially if you're trading and you're going to let it ride or stay in that trade, because this played out until almost 4 o'clock in the morning. So, which I was well asleep or laying down by that time. So you got to put a stop in the market. My stop was primarily would have been, you can put it in two places. Right here, right here at the back end of 45.60, a few ticks below that, or you can put it right back below this area here. So it just depends on how much money or capital you're really willing to risk. But mine was just a few ticks below this area right here. Okay, so the market kind of consolidated here. It came back, so it didn't stop me out. It took off eventually into the overnight session, and it went up. Okay, so yeah, going back to what I was speaking about earlier, yeah, the market can be very tough and hard to trade during these months that we're in right now. But hey, it's not going to last forever. We have a short period of time, and then typically around the end of August, beginning of September, we really start to see things. In August, maybe middle of September, we start to see things, volume start to increase. So, just hang in there. Things will definitely get better. But I'm going to look here to see, if I can get into a few trades outside of the trade I took this morning. I really don't have to do anything else other than, I may look for one more trade, guys, to be honest with you, because, this is a video here. So maybe I can try to capture a live trade entry here, depending on what the market's going to actually do. So let's take a look to see if there's any opportunities. We just had PMI news at 9:45 this morning. So I believe we're past that time now. It is currently 10:05 Eastern time. All right. So when the market's not really doing much, and during these months where less activity, I mentioned this already in the video. Kind of take a break, find something else to do. Maybe set up I put an alert somewhere on your chart if you're interested in a certain zone. Yes, I trade supply and demand, so I'm always looking for retracements back to key areas where there's a lot of volume that came out of those zones. Okay, that's either supply or demand. Okay, so what I'm looking at here is that, of course, we had this move to the downside. On the 12 range chart, the market's making lower lows and lower highs. That's what that means. I see liquidity resting above. So we have a movement in a wedge right now. So for all those that don't know what a wedge is or can't see it, we're moving kind of like this right here, where price is stuck in between a high here and a low right here, moving sideways. So it needs to take out this area here or break this area here to low. So, but we are moving to the downside, like I said, making lower lows and lower highs. But overall, I think, it's hard to say, to be honest with you. Looking at the higher time frame, I believe we're still kind of bullish, but on the lower time frame here, we are actually making lower lows and lower highs. So it would appear as if we are bearish, but still, you want to follow. If anyone out there is watching the video who's a beginner or a new trader, you want to follow and take your trades. If you're trading supply and demand, in the direction of the higher time frame, that's going to be your best bet. Moving with the market versus moving against it. So, the market came back down here. It tested this low right here from Thursday. Okay. And this is where the market came into the overnight session yesterday, and it filled that imbalance, as I just mentioned a short while ago. And on Thursday, towards the close, it pushed higher into the overnight session to Friday, right? Breaking or taking out this area right here, small area of liquidity right here. So you've got some choppy movement to the upside here, but overall, I mean, price did break and take out this area here. So I was looking for price to come back, and when I saw them not wanting to immediately push higher on Friday and just run this area right here, I said they're probably going to want to test lower areas, okay, and then maybe move to the upside here. But we're in a wedge right now, so we're not 100% sure what it's going to actually end up doing. I'm looking for it to come up and take out this area here, though. So let's take a look. All right, so I'm into a long trade. I was thinking the market may want to try to pull back a little lower before pushing higher here, but yeah, so I'm in this long trade right here. I think we're going to push up and take out the 81 area. So I'm going to put my first contract or TP right here at the 80 and 3/4 mark. And I believe it's probably going to try to come up here and take out this high right here at 86.5, and maybe even take out this area here now, or at least test this high right here and feel this little leftover imbalance or gap right here. So I'm going to put my last contract resting up here at 86, and we'll let it ride up there around that area there. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully it takes out. Now what it could do is take out this area right here first at 80 3/4 and then pull back. So we'll see. I think ultimately, I don't know. I mean, I have a gut feeling just looking at the market that it wants to and knowing that we're still kind of bullish on the higher time frame, it may want to come here and take out liquidity. But I mean, it can take this area here out and then pull down here and fill in these little leftover imbalances or gaps here, and then decide to push up. The market does some funky stuff, because we don't control the market as retail traders. So if I see any resistance once the price gets to this area right here and takes out my first contract, I'll probably, close the trade out. So I'm looking to pick up maybe about 5 points right here on this first contract. So let's let it play out and ride. I posted a video yesterday, guys, if you haven't watched it, about 5 ways to really stay disciplined as a trader. So watch that video if you haven't watched it. There's some good tips in there. I had to take it down yesterday because it wasn't something to do with the high definition format. So I reposted it. So if you haven't watched that, after you get done watching this video here, you may want to take a look at that, because discipline is extremely important. Having the right mental or mindset when trading. You always want to stick to that trading plan. I mentioned that yesterday. Don't deviate from it. If your plan is working out for you, then follow through with it. I see traders all the time wanting to go in and change something, or adjust something that's actually working. You ever heard the saying, "Why fix, you know, something that's not broken?" If it's working systematically and it's aiding you, or in this case here, as a trader, you're making money. Don't change anything. Just keep at it. Um, it's always, I see traders when they start making changes, because they just, a lot of times it comes from greed. They want to be able to make more and more and more, and that's when they start making mistakes. Maybe your strategy is not designed, or works for position or swing style trading. It's really just more so a strategy that allows you to scalp. That's why I love supply and demand. Okay, so we're approaching here the first contract. So I think what I want to do is, let's see, put a stop back here. I'm hoping it doesn't come back and hit my stop though. I may remove this stop here, pull it back some, because I'm pretty sure it's going to take out at least this area here at 81 before it starts to decide if it really wants to pull back strong. So I think I'm gonna move my stop back a little bit here, a few points. But anyways, you give it a little breather room. But yeah, don't change anything in the trading plan. Is what I'm really trying to tell you. But patience is everything, and I talk about that a lot, probably more so than anything else on any across all my channels, across the channel, or excuse me, I should say across all my videos on the channel. I'm always talking about patience, because patience is everything, not just in trading, it's everything in life. We can get frustrated and allow stress to, there we go. See, it took out my first contract. So we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a stop right here, and it could come down here and test this area here. So I really want to see it continue pushing higher now, and take out this area here. And I think it will ultimately. I just don't know if it's going to, it just ran this area here, if it's going to come back down lower now and maybe want to test some areas down here before pushing up. So the market has a tendency to do some funky stuff. So we'll see what it's going to want to do. So I hate to really close out at 5 points here on the second contract. I know at some point it's probably going to come up here and run this area here, but you just don't know when. That's the thing about trading. Should you take what you can take off the table? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move this stop right here, right? Okay. And if it comes back and stops me out, it comes back and stops me out. I'm gonna put it like maybe a tick or two below it, because it could definitely come back and test this high volume area. Because I always talk about how price. Look at it, it's running higher. If we're gonna close it above this candle here, then I may etch it up just a little bit. But I always talk about price moving from a high volume area through a low volume area back to a high volume area. So look at that. All right, now we're up 7 points here, and I don't wanna, but we're still 3 points away, so there could be a 10-point run right here. It stopped me out. See how quick it pulled back? All right, that's okay though. That's okay. So I think it was 5 points on each contract. Not bad. So that's the second trade. Well, first trade into the New York session, and second trade since the overnight session. So I think all in all, I think what was it, 8 points last night and 5 points today. So that's 13 points all in all on the ES so far. So since the markets opened up this morning around this area, we haven't done too much. I mean, we've come up here, taking out these areas of liquidity right here. Well, let's see. Overnight session ran higher. Oh, it took out that liquidity on Friday. So it ran higher, and let's see. It took out these highs right here, and pull back. So that's how the market moves. And it took out this high right here, pushed higher, took out the high, pull back, came to an area of demand where there's a gap or imbalance resting at. This area right here, see the swing, pushed up, pull back, boom, took off. So back here, this is a demand zone right here. Price rejects it. You know, that I was kind of skeptical about taking this trade because it actually broke lower right here than normally what I like to see. You know, basically, I don't want to see it break pretty much or close or push any further lower than the halfway point of a demand zone. So if it does that, then I typically may not want to take the trade. But when I saw it turning back around and then starting to make these small little push to the upside, and then it basically saw this candle here, this last candle right here, break to the upside. That was my indication to go ahead and go long. So not sure what's going to happen here. We're just going to kind of wait it out. But yeah, I mean, as I was saying earlier, patience, everything. All right. So, and I gave those major pieces of advice yesterday. And I think people need to really apply that to their trading. You know, sticking to the plan. You know, being patient. Just taking a few high probability setups a day. You know, and doing so as well. That's very important. All right, and don't inundate and clutter your mind and looking at too many things on your charts. Okay, or having too many instruments up. All right, because that could really distract you. You may miss a great setup on one market, and because you're sitting over here looking at a different market. Why? Because let's say, for instance, the ES futures is sluggish, is hot. You know, because it's a thick market, you may miss something or miss a great setup off the ES because you're looking at a different market within the futures. So just be patient, and I like to tell people to not focus on more than two markets at a time. Maybe you got the ES or the S&P 500 sitting in front of you here, and then maybe something else over to on your other monitor. Right now, I'm trading off of. Well, I'm not saying I'm trading off two monitors. I'm actually trading off this just one monitor is what the one I'm looking at directly in front of me. What you guys see is an angle shot, but I'm looking directly at my monitor. My monitor is sitting in front of me. The one to the right, I have the Discord up, of course, and another chart. I look at the Nasdaq also on the other monitor, but there's so many markets to trade within the future, so you just have to pick your own poison. In a sense, I hate to call it poison because we don't want to think of the markets as being poisons to us. We're in this business to make money, but it's just. You got to pick that game of chess that you're willing to play. See, look at it. Now it wants to run. I'm telling you, it's going to take these highs out up here. I think it really is. And then it's going to want to run higher. But it could come down here and fill this area in right here first. Right here. And then take off. Yeah, I think we're trying to definitely try to push higher here. But won't know until this candle here closes. So we'll see. We shall see. We shall see what happens here. But yeah, the market hasn't. This is what makes people frustrated. Trading a very thick market with really no volatility and no volume. Much, or I should say, decreased volume, because since the open of the market, really, it's only made this small little push from here up, pull back, and we're just trading this small area. So if I was to box it in, you'll see what I'm talking about here. Look, see? Just this little area right here. Making it difficult, but you have to be able to see prior to taking a trade what's typically unfolding in front of you. What are they aiming for? So not too much going on right now. And looking at the ES, just very slow today. Good thing I took that trade into the overnight session to capitalize on some profit. And then the trade long right here on the pullback to this area or zone right here, taking out this area right here above 81. I took a short little scalp, which I didn't record here on the video, just on this slight pullback right here to take the trade and fill this imbalance or gap right here back at the 87 area. So it was like a 2-point trade, so not much. But anyways, took two decent trades. Actually, well, two decent trades and that little small scalp for 2 points. So three trades, 8 points here into the overnight, pullback, 4 points here, and then a pullback here for roughly 2 points up. So that's leaving me with a total of 15 points today. Again, that last little trade I took for 2 points, I didn't hit the record button because it happened pretty quick. So, But I'm gonna stand down now. I'm not sure what the market is intentionally trying to do at this moment. If it's going to try to take the 90-91 area out. We are in a wedge, if you can kind of visualize it with your eyes. So between this high here and this low here. So I'm not sure the market's going to kind of run back down here, maybe fill some areas in and take back off, or is it going to now just fold and continue pushing lower? Again, on the lower time frame, we are making these lower lows and lower highs. So being in a wedge, that's, signals to me to stand down and really not do much, okay? Even though I did take a trade, these two trades here, but, I saw, price was pulling back pretty deep. We're at the low portion here before price started making its move to the upside or ramping up, with lots of buy-in. So this was a great opportunity to take a long position. And then this was just primarily a pullback after I saw price starting to make smaller, higher highs and higher lows to the upside, and then just kind of taking our areas within this swing right here. When it made a push up here, pull back, push higher, broke above this area right here, pull back, demand zone, and I took a quick, like I said, a quick trade before. What was it for? I think it was for 4 points. What was it? Let's see here. 8, 4, let me double check. No, 5 points, guys. That's the trade I posted over on the Discord. So if you haven't seen that trade, it's posted on the Discord. I think I posted it at 10:23. You'll see that trade, and it's also, you just watched me take it here on the in the recorded video here. So, but that's all I have for you guys right now. I'm going to go ahead and close the video out. Not much going on today. So again, luckily I was able to take a few little trades here and profit today. Going to shut it down, find something else to do, like I talked about yesterday. Take a break. If the market's not doing anything, then just look, to tomorrow. So appreciate everyone tuning in, watching today's video. If you're a first-time viewer, please take the time to go ahead, if you don't mind, to subscribe to the channel by clicking on the sub button down below. Make sure to turn your post notifications on by clicking on the bell. That way, ensure that you never miss one of the uploads here on the channel. If you're interested in joining our Discord, our great Discord community, find the link to the Discord down in the description portion of the video. Click on that and you can invite yourself in. You'll see a channel on the Discord titled Trading Floor. That's where we as community members or traders come together and we share our entries or trades, and we converse and talk about them as well. And if you have general questions that you want to ask about the future markets, please do so. We have another channel on the Discord titled General Chat. You can ask questions away as long as they pertain. Excuse me, guys. Let me choose a better word. Surround futures. Okay, so you can ask questions away. Sorry about that. I guess I had a little twang or a little hard time stating that word. So anyways, moving forward, I'm going to go ahead and close the video out. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. If you're trading, please, like I always say, be safe. Okay, goodbye.